I'm going to share a photograph. I'm like, the first time I saw you was painful. But when I saw your eyes, I'm like, this was one thing. There's a photo I have of me having you there with my yellow wrapper, and I wore a white bra, except it was a messy bra. I had you, I'm going to find out.
With Daddy.
Yes, with Daddy. That was the first thing. I had you here. And I'm like, so this is a being created.
I know.
So I know the feeling of really falling in love because the child is helpless then.
Yes, I know it's not.
But when the child starts knowing something, and you are going to break a brag.
Yeah.
Like when you and your dad are going on and on about, he doesn't understand me. And maybe you're cute. You know, I forget that.
I'm a very emotional child, by the way.
Yeah, every time you disagree or people don't understand, Amaka ends up in tears.
It's not every time,
It's every time.
Most times.
And she goes into tears. Or however, it's process.
Got me crying baby shower when I was a kid. But it's for a cause.
So I can imagine in the relationship that you had, I never met the fellow, the relationship that got you thinking.
Yeah.
But I spoke to the fellow and I remember telling myself, I mean, every mother's desire is to have a daughter of husband. No, I just want my daughter to come into a relationship like the one I have, where there's friendship and there's long term, I'm thinking long term. So that's a desire. But I've always told you guys that I'd rather you, well, I don't know, I want you to marry forever, which is why you should be careful. I wasn't that careful, but I knew what I wanted.
But you were lucky, I think.
Yes, but I knew what I wanted. I knew that this was what I wanted at the time. I wasn't like, I'm going to get married tomorrow.
No, of course.
Or the day after.
Of course.
Or at 25. But it just happened that I met someone.
A lot of people know what they want and it still doesn't quite work out. And if someone could present themselves as that thing that you want or that person that you want, but then you get into realizing that they're actually...
I believe there are always signs. I believe, take for example the fellow that you got involved with.
Yes.
He's a good guy in terms of his nice, but there were certain differences. I always felt like the differences are major. If you want to live with those differences, it's a choice.
Exactly, and I think that's what I think romantic or love, in fact even marriage still, or choosing to be with someone, choosing a partner that you want to spend an extended period of time with. And for me, marriage is that. Maybe it may change, who knows. But it's not about the lovey-dovey, the sweet, oh my gosh, I love you, you're cooking for me, you're making me look nice. It's about the painful part. It's about the dealing with the conflict and being okay with the way you guys are dealing with that conflict. It's about the flaws of the other individual and you being capable or comfortable
Or
with
accepting.
Accepting those flaws, yes, but then being comfortable with engaging with those flaws. I think that's important. But you can accept something, but you might not necessarily understand, but you have to have the energy and the desire to want to even understand it, to know it, to engage with it. And if you're okay with it, that's fine. If you're okay with the flaws, it's okay, it's a choice.
So tell me why, because I hear these days that a lot of relationships, even marriages, in your generation, end up cracking up. So let me tell you what I dealt with, what I dealt with, the pushes I dealt with while you were going through. Maybe, I don't know if I ever shared with you, but I said, okay, if I'm going to say, oh, Amaka, you really shouldn't be doing this. It's like wise, but I figure that I can't make it happen, right? But however, I can make you make it, I can help you make your decision better, which is why I introduced you to a coach, to help you make a better decision. But from my point of view, I didn't see how this would work. Difference was there. But did I ever tell you that?
Maybe Daddy. And maybe you, not directly like that, but in different ways.
New way.
you know. But I still, I'm a strong head now. I said the difference is there, but it doesn't really affect me like that. Or I think I can handle it. But I think that there are things called red flags. And, denying that something might change. Again, people also think that you can change something. You can never change anything. You can influence change in someone, but you can't necessarily change that person. Okay. And I've gotten into all kinds of relationships, whether it's romantic, whether it's friendship,
your girlfriend,
or even guy friends, and you think that
no mommy wants to hear that you're having guy friends.
What do you mean? It's true. This woman used to say that I should have plenty friends, plenty guy friends. You say boyfriends,
exactly
boyfriends.
But you know why? I told you why. Why did I tell you?
Tell
No, you tell because the communication is the meaning that is gotten out of your communication.
Well, I mean, okay.
So what was the meaning out of my saying that you should have many guy friends?
Even though I don't know if I agree with you, but you know that you need to get to know different people, and instead of focusing your energy on one person and making that person feel into your way. And so,
when I say guy friend, I'm not saying guy friends that you know, living and sleeping.
Well, that's plenty of guy friends and girlfriends.
So that's what I'm saying. So if it's good to have more than one guy that you're looking at. This is possible. Friends, yeah. Before you get intimate,
Prospects
with them. Prospects, yes. But it doesn't mean that. But when you get intimate and serious with somebody, it's because you've cleared that friendship part.
Because you always have to say you have to be friends first, and that's something that was always in the back of my mind. And to be fair, I do start off friendly. I think one of the major things that even pushed me to the next stage of that relationship was the fact that I was comfortable and I could call this person my friend. So that was it's almost like boxes to check. But I never actually sat down to write.
To grade the boxes.
Exactly.
But I thought you were writing those boxes.
No, I was writing. No. Okay, so I was writing down the things that I thought that I would. But it was way into it that I started doing this. I think it's something that you need to do beforehand. Even to say it's like you have to create a checklist, which is almost like the qualifications. When an employer is looking for
a CV,
you put the responsibilities, the qualifications, the things that the role entails, and then people come and they apply to this job.
So do you see yourself taking this into other relationships?
Of course. You have to detail the things that you want and the things that you don't want. And it's not like by day one, but it comes with the relationships that you have with people and how they grow. But I think it's very important, especially for marriage, to have a checklist. Then people will come with their CV. Then you check this. I want them to be X, Y, Z. I want them to be this. Their CV will say, I do this. If it doesn't match,
let me tell you how that works. So the question is, it allows you to really think about what's important to you.
Exactly.
It allows you to think about the things that you'll accept or not accept, and you put them down. That's why when you write all of those things, when I'm sad, this is why I'm sad. When I'm happy, so I'm happy. So that you know what makes you happy.
Exactly.
And it's important that the person that you want to begin to explore forever with knows exactly what makes you happy and what doesn't. If you don't say, the person will never know.
Exactly.
And the person might have a different way of expressing it.
Exactly.
So, but the thing here is, at the end of the day, what are these conversations we're having about? It's about you going through something, you coming out of it stronger, you learning that it's all about how much you engage with those you want to spend time with in your relationships. Friends, male or female, and especially for the male ones that you want to make forever, it's very critical. It's very critical. Because in all of that, you also will have some challenges with your friends, and you resolve them. Did all of this help you to resolve them?
It did. I think just like anything else, if even at work, you have a 3-month probation where you sit down with your employer and you've done work for a certain amount of time. And then there is a review that happens, whether it's 3 months, whether it's 6 months, whether it's 1 year. But you have to sit down and go back and see, okay, how did this go? How did this affect me? Did it add value? Did it take away value? If it took away value, why did it take value away from me? How can I change that? If it added value,
why do you want to change that?
Exactly.
You don't want to change it anymore.
Exactly. But reflecting, I think, is key. And reflecting is something that, and meditating, so guys, I meditated a lot, so
that's reflection.
It is reflection. It helps you become a better version of yourself. Because if you don't really sit down to really understand you, I don't think you can be the best you for everybody else.
Well, I mean, to think that even at my age, I'm close to 60 now, I'm going to be 59 this year. Yeah, I still need to get in, to get out, get into yourself. When I get into myself with, first of all, the person that created you, there has to be this direct channel, and you sit down and you listen. I mean, I've been sitting forever, but now I spend more conscious time listening to what God has to tell me and doing it. But whatever the case is, what we're doing here is getting people to understand that meaningful conversations, no matter how, especially between those two. Because at the end of the day, the only person that you have two responsibilities for the person that you have birthed or that you have, you're growing.
As a parent.
Yes, as a parent.
parent.
No, for you, so what's the most important thing?
To be true to self.
Yeah.
Be true to self and to understand self and to be okay with self.
Which is where we have to say this before we go. Yeah. What are the areas I'm disagreeing? One of them, all this LGBT thing that they're doing, for me, I don't agree. And she thinks it's like,
I'm an egalitarian, okay?
For now.
I believe in for not even for now.
You don't know what you're going to be.
As I said, no. I
true.
believe every human is a human and everyone can love who they love.
I believe
in
so
equality.
to
dictate whether it's not nice the way I love each other. It's
not dictate. What I like is what I like.
Okay, exactly.
And what is the truth is what is the truth. What
is your truth is what is your truth.
Whatever your truth is,
right.
There's a fundamental truth. So these are differences. No, there's more to discuss. The second thing, you see this candle here? Hey! Amaka goes around with candles all over the place. She doesn't worry about her house.
Hey, okay, I
it's not me. No, but this is you. Amaka is the creative, the like little finishing in the house.
Yeah, I pay attention to detail.
I don't care. I just go on. I just go on. So there's a little bit of that's true. The second thing is, all these
skin. Skin. Nakedness.
Okay, that's the thing.
My mother thinks that I'm too naked.
Yes.
No,
it's true. That's because, for me, I believe that, the diamond, like Muhammad Ali used to tell his daughters, right? The diamond, where do you find the diamond? Deep underground. So these are diamonds. This is diamond. Let it be underground until you reveal it to be one of it. That's my take home. So when you say, how do you deal with my disagreement with you? I want to end this particular time.
I listen and I'm not strong in. Like, look, I now got to the point where I'm comfortable with self. And you have to be comfortable with self to be okay with, absorbing other opinions and concerns that other people may have, and taking it into a negative space is not necessary. I understand where it comes from because it comes from a place of love, it comes from a place of her own experiences and her understanding, and I'm not discrediting it in any way. You have to absorb it now, but you also have to sit down again and reflect and say, okay, why do I do what I do, and why am I? And I know my whys.
So at the end of the day is, I know whatever your whys. One thing though, I'm wise, I'm older.
Yes.
Whatever your whys are, one thing I know is that your whys may change given the circumstance.
Yes.
Before I had kids, my whys were a little different. When I had kids now, oh my God, these kids, I want to be able to look at my daughter and say, oh, I'm so proud of you. So my own definition of pride is different, right? So when I think about it, I say, okay, if I'm going to make my child proud, they also don't you want to look at me and say, oh, I'm proud of my mama?
Of course, hello, I am proud of you.
I am proud of
Queen.
So why am I proud of you? I'm proud of you because I listen, right? You listen to me and you learn to trust me. And that's what's most important. And so when you're doing things that make my heart bleed and then so because again I trust God. For me, I trust God. Trust. So I know that when I desire something with all my heart, that when we're going through all that process, I'm like, should I even tell her what I feel about this guy? When I should be encouraging you to do that? But I'm like,
you're not that person though.
You know what I mean? So I started to ask myself that, is it a good thing? I am now saying my daughter, these are your own daughter to marry. People say this witch woman doesn't.
No, she wants me to marry you, but she's not the one that will say, oh yeah, marry, let's marry. I'm glad I don't have those aunties, uncles, some of them. I don't have those pressures that exist. When it comes to pressures of marriage. But that's something that we'll talk about because that's a deep because we really have to end this conversation with you. So as we end this conversation, I want to thank all of you for at least listening to us so far. So mother-daughter just having meaningful conversations. Hopefully it's useful to you. But the good thing is about I have my nuggets out, which will give you some insights into some of the things that make me work. And I don't know what much I have. You never know. I have my own nuggets. I'll have my own nuggets. Now I'm slowly becoming AO.
You have to be AO, no, Maka. But she's just not, or MO,
Maxi.
But 116, I'm very proud of what you've done with yourself. And I know that if you're wise, it's always about others. But I'm glad that you found yourself. I mean, you're finding yourself.
It's a constant journey. Exactly. She says it. She's still doing the same thing, guys. It's a constant walk.
So my desire for you is that you have all the things that have worked for me. Long-term relationship with someone who's going to remain with you, no matter how much no matter how much it irritates you.
Hey!
You're right.
I know how much I irritate them.
Yeah, no matter how much it irritates you. But you know how you're like that and I go on and on.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, we still know that it's what he wants. And he knows that it's what I want. That's what I desire for you about. And that is grace.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. Till the next time. Do you want to hear us again? Do you want to see the faces? Let us know.
Thank you all, and it's just been fun just gisting.
It's
just
fun.
me and Maxi Here.
Maxi her.
I used to call her Maxi Here, but it's Maxi
her.
Bye guys.